Alright, we're ready to reinstall our little bearing assemblies and little roller balls. First thing you want to do, I've got this bearing assemblies. This is the front one. See, this is the front of the lower assembly, the front of the upper assembly and all that. You want to move that in place over that little raised area, and it's hard to see, I've got the light in the wrong place, but that's right there. So you want to move it past that point and then come in and set your little roller ball in place. Now we're going to slide everything up and underneath this lower assembly. Okay, I've got the little bearing assembly and the little roller wheel in place. Again, it's ahead of that little dimpled area, which is right here. Okay, so now hopefully what I can do is, that guy was hauling ass down the alley. Now what I need to do is hopefully be able to work here and not block the camera too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive this roller ball and bearing assembly into place. So what you want to do, make sure that this upper part is locked into place. You just engage the little gear and make sure you've got it on a little tooth. Otherwise, as you're trying to tap this in, the whole assembly will go back. I've also got the entire assembly clamped to the table. So I've got a little brass drift here and my hammer. I'm just going to put it right on the ball and just start tapping it in. And you can see it's starting to go in. What I need to do is come in here, pry up a little bit on this lower little bearing piece. Make sure that gets on there nice like it's supposed to. I'm going to come and I'm actually going to drive right on the little piece of sheet metal. Come over here to the side. Here to this side. As you can see, we kind of got it in place. Let me see if I can get a little closer. We've got it in there where it needs to go. So now we'll move and work on the rear one. Okay, so this is a little bit upside down, but it's really the way that I'm going to do this. Again, I've got the latch mechanism holding the slider in place, and I've got the little ball here. Turn that around. I'm going to put it in from underneath. Right here is the little divot that you need to be ahead of, right there. So I'm going to put the little ball in place. I'm going to slide everything forward. Okay, the ball is in between, the little roller is in between the two pieces. Wipe my fingers off. Don't be afraid to get in here and hose this down with your lithium grease. So now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on these little ends and get the whole thing in. Alright, start using my little drift. That's as far as, well, I get under here on the bottom side and I can drive it in just a little bit further. But that's it. Now both of them are installed, and now you just got to center them. And centering is pretty easy. They need to be in between the little dots, the little raised areas on the inside, as well as those rivets, the one that we drilled out and the one that we did not drill out. Those located. If you don't have your roller assemblies in their proper position, you won't get full range of travel with the slider mechanism. So centering them's not that difficult. You can just go in from where you can see with a little screwdriver. Kind of the same principle as the way we got them out. Just put your screwdriver, tap, 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 and just make sure you kind of get them in the same spot. It's real hard to film, that's why I'm not doing it. But it's real easy to do, so don't be worried about that. And so you get your little rollers in their correct spot, and then you just go in and we put in our bolts that you saw before, our little 1/4 inch socket head bolts, and then it's complete. And then we install it back on the seat. Okay, actually I've got a decent angle that I can film now, but centering your little roller assemblies is real easy. Okay, the distance between these little indentions that are on the lower assembly and the rivets that are on the upper assembly, this distance here is exactly the same as between those two rivets. It's the same on the front. These two rivets here are in the same position as the two indentations on the bottom. So what you do is you just get the little indentation lined up with the rivet underneath, and you can actually lock it in place. There is a little tooth there, so lock it in place, and then just like how we got these out, you just try and center up your little bearing assembly in between these two posts. Same here on the front, trying to get your little bearing assembly centered up between these two rivets. And that's all there is to it.